Okay, so looks like I'm good. Alright, so welcome to the first game of 2017. I almost said 2016.
Ooh.
Woo! 2017! Hopefully it's not as shitty as 2016. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I don't have much hope though, unfortunately. Um, okay, so I'd like to, welcome Box, from our long line of people who just disappear on me and don't say anything. Um, it, hopefully you won't disappear on me because there's somebody else who actually knows you here.
I will find him if he tries to go away and
Thank
bring
you.
him back.
Much
Brilliant.
appreciated.
Nice.
Just if you leave, just give me a reason. That's all I ask for. Anyways, okay. So last time, after you guys had slayed Calastrayx, um, you had harvested him. I had told you some of the options that you could have had for harvesting him. There's some. I didn't get a reply. You guys might want to know what Peter Wesley is capable of with the dragon parts that you do have. So I'm going to go back to the thread just to take a look at that real quick. Um, the biggest thing was there anything in particular that you guys wanted made other than like with the new stuff? And yeah, Cameron has a headache today, so he might join us later, but it's pretty bad, he says.
Well, I would like to use the scales to improve the armor you have so you can get fire resistance as well.
Okay, that could be done rather easily. Peter has been working tirelessly, and he has also been trying to how do you say he's been more of a perfectionist than anything, much to the jargon of his business partner. All right, so that can be done. Um, and I just need to. There are a couple volumes I need to. Okay. Was there anything else besides that? Like, did anybody want to enhance the damage of already or to be made weapons and armor? I had put on the thread that you could enhance the elemental capabilities of said daggers, arrows, and um, swords. The only problem being is that um, Peter would have to outsource uh, that ordeal, and enchanters don't come very cheap. Uh, he would up front, he would put up the cost for you guys if his business partner wasn't so testy, to say the least.
I think I just want to enhance my armor.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So just it sounds like just enhancing armor for now. Let me
I
just.
guess arrows just to take arrows. I'm running out of +1.
Okay.
Can I
Um,
manage that?
he can
Can you?
manage that easily. And if you want all the teeth to go into arrows, then that is possible. He has no problem with that whatsoever.
What do you think, Ramas? I guess that's the only thing you can do with teeth, I guess.
You,
Probably, yeah.
yeah, that or you can use them into some kind of alchemical component. But teeth are primarily used for arrows. You could possibly make a dagger out of a tooth if you really wanted to. But that's up to you.
I think I'm the only one who uses daggers, and I have 11, I think, already.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't have any improvements that I was looking for at the moment.
Okay, so we'll just say during that downtime, and I'll get what um Kevmorn wants to do with his armor. He might want to use the bones to reinforce to maybe get a nice full plate of red fire resistant full plate, which would be pretty nice. But I'll ask him on the side. So
Yep.
we can just say for the downtime that you guys were able to tell him that you wanted um, additional modifications to your armor already to gain that fire resistance. So at this point, I believe some of you should have resistance to fire and to poison.
Yep.
All right. Was there anything else you wanted to do during your downtime? I know we had mentioned that you might have wanted to go to Wingfall to see Tabby. You have 2 contracts with him.
Yeah, I want to know how it went in the Vampire Tower.
Okay. So we'll say that you may have stopped through Wingfall first and then went to Forge to get all your modifications done, since you kind of he kind of needs your armor to do those modifications. All right, so I'm about to post what was found in the lair. So when who's going to see Tabby?
I'll go.
I will go too.
Okay. Just Ramas and all right, so just Ramas and Hwinnil. Okay, so when you get to Tabby, he is at his desk in his very modest accommodations, and he is very happy to see you guys because he says that the expedition to the Dragon Lair was a success. There were a bunch of things in there, a bunch of very odd things. The vampire lair, unfortunately, not so much. He says this is what was in the dragon lair, so I will um, either I'll put it both in chat in Discord and in 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 row 20. So that's what's found. That was in the dragon lair. And in the vampire lair, so that was dragon lair. And then in the vampire lair, well, he says it wasn't as fruitful, so I will paste what was found in the vampire lair.
A keel boat.
A keel boat, yes. And that's the thing he wants to talk to you about. So Tabby says to both of you, I know we had agreed on a 10% cut of coin and a 10% cut of magical items. You get first pick, of course. But the most interesting thing is that we couldn't haul out of there immediately. There is a keel boat in there. It is slightly damaged. It is made out of a oaken wood. Looks like it was a vessel maybe for smaller bodies of water, of course, because of its size. Here's the thing. I kind of want to renegotiate with you if this is a good deal, because I don't, unless you guys don't strike me as seafaring folk. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm silent.
So am I.
Okay. So we're willing to let you have everything in the lair. We just want the boat.
I mean, that sounds fine to me.
Yeah. Yeah, if that's something you want. I don't want the boat, so I guess it's just a keel boat. It's not something special like some
Yes.
former king's boat or something.
No, it's not a galleon. He gives you since they don't have the boat on hand, they have everything else pretty much. He just gives you a very simple sketch of what the boat looks like. It looks like your average keel boat. Tabby will say, well, we have a couple boats in that go through channels into the Sea of Gadarn, and a third one would be pretty nice for our organization. So that's really all we need. And to find one in such good condition, there are a couple holes in the boat. It looks like when the dragons were carrying it out together, since there were two of them, their claws had punctured the hull. So there are a couple holes, but nothing too bad. Nothing that we don't think we can't repair. So there was also a very large mast of a galleon in there, but at that point it was it's just a big hunk of wood. Unless you really want us to go back and get it, then we might have to add some additional costs for transportation for a mast.
I don't think we need a galleon.
No, me neither.
Well,
I'm fine with that deal.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure if we need one, we can acquire one somehow, but I don't think we need a broken galleon.
Okay, that's fine. And in the vampire lair proved to be a little less fruitful. There was quite a few instruments as listed. Um, we're not sure how valuable the pipe organ is. We had to drop it off in a small town. We were thinking of just donating it to a church. It didn't look too valuable. It looked like of regular make. But we have pretty much everything else that is listed in the back, if you so choose to take those things. Um,
We
Um,
can take
we
them.
yeah, we had agreed on, and he brings out the contract, which I actually found. We had agreed on 35%. You have first magical item picks. Yeah, I mean, we're willing to take our 35, and you guys can, take everything else. We'll probably just take the dyes and the dark wood and the cloth of silver. We're not really interested in bagpipes or lutes or a lyre or a set of porcelain dolls.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Everything else is yours. I don't know what you're gonna do with 3 pints of rare purple dye. They're made from a quahog, by the way, a special clam that's found around the coasts around here, and it's very hard to actually get the dye portion out. But yeah, I mean, everything else is yours, so have at it. And Tabby's like, I really don't know what I'm gonna do with a set of dolls.
well, someone maybe wants to buy it.
Sparkly gold.
This full suit of decorative armor, what kind of armor is it?
So it's full plate. And he will show you that there are parts of the armor that are thin in places. So it's for more decorative purposes, for probably a hallway or whatnot. It looks like it's made out of steel. Um, and to a buyer, a collector, it probably would be worth the realm of, and Tabby's thinking, maybe a regular, hold on, a regular suit, full suit is, plate. So just this regular suit that's non-functional for combat probably would be 1,000 gold pieces because a regular set's 1,500. It probably wouldn't provide much protection in combat, to be honest. And he points to a couple of dents that are already on the armor from being carried from somebody, where perhaps. Yeah, I mean, it's yours if you want it. I mean, we would be willing to buy it from you at a discount if you don't want to carry it with you.
I think we've got enough bags of holding that we can carry it around.
Okay. Okay, so just be aware that this is suit of armor. It's a little thinner than your regular traveling suit, so it is 65 pounds. So because of the small thinner metal, I'd say it's about uh 50 to 55 pounds to carry. So it's probably not too big of a deal. And then the magic items, which you could have. We're gonna take the boat. You had a +1 war axe, +1 ring of protection, and there is a potion of non-protection as well.
Nice.
And there is a set of silverware.
Ooh, a set of silverware.
Yeah, if you need to host a nice dinner party at some point. It's only 40 gold pieces, however.
I don't know if we'll be. I don't know, guys. Do you think we're going to be hosting any dinner parties anytime soon? Can you imagine?
Well, I do like dinner and I do like parties, but I don't know.
Is it just me that thinks the satin robe is like blue and red? And it's not actually an S, it's just a sign for hope.
It is actually. I actually have details on the robe on my Word document. It is actually a satin robe of blue lined with gold. It looks like it's not magical, but it's more for ceremonial purposes, probably to the person who used to wear it. It's surprisingly not damaged though. Surprisingly.
Okay.
And he says, "So that's really all we found. The vampire lair had a few traps, nothing too much, nothing that we couldn't handle. The dragon lair had a few kobolds squabbling about. Again, nothing really we couldn't handle. So yeah, it was. I'd say it was a pretty good haul for what it's worth. But it was. I'm very happy. I was very happy to do business with you, and we were very happy about what we found. But you know, and there's a cat. Hold on. Sorry, Box. This happens. All right. So yeah, that's it. Were there any other things that you needed from our esteemed organization?
No, thank you.
Ah,
It's
no,
been fruitful.
yeah. No. Thank you. Now we have a third vessel for the Sea of Godard, and it should work out very well.
As we walk out, I guess we should just try to sell everything. What do the rest think? We just try the downtime, sell everything.
Okay.
Yes.
Um.
So,
Unless anyone wants the ring of protection, I guess. I collect
we
the
said-
potions. I guess I take the potions of non-protection, but otherwise.
Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Take the potion of non-detection. Kasov, do you use axes?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
a
I do,
thing
but
you want?
yeah, I do. Just I have a throwing hand axe and warhammer. That's what I usually do. So yeah, I was thinking with that great axe could be cool, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I've got the warhammer.
It's yours if you want it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Hwinnil, you said you were taking the ring of protection.
No, I said if someone wanted it.
Oh. Yeah, I feel like we might want to give that to Kevmorn to be our big meat shield.
I
Even
think it can be good.
even
If you can use it.
even a bigger meat shield already. Man,
Oh,
I
we're
just
gonna
have.
make the
I
bigger
got.
one.
I gotta throw. I can't even throw fireballs at him anymore. Actually, that sucks.
Right.
Lightning bolts. That's what you throw at him.
That's true. That's what I'll throw lightning bolts at them. All right. I'll say just for just downtime purposes that you could. I mean, if you want to sell it back to the Treasure Hunters Guild, who have their own network of fences, you could easily talk to them, and they move merchandise pretty quickly. So they'd be interested in taking some of your stuff if you wanted to sell it to them.
Yeah, I think we'd want to do it in a different city though, because we just took this and told the guys here that we weren't going to do it.
Okay, that's fine. You could probably go through. You could probably easily go through Gen in Dighton. It's a very large city with the that are separated by sections by what god people worship. So you could probably easily go there, go to the district of Avandra, um, and sell what you need. And just to move along, you could sell it at what I posted at the cost.
Okay.
Um,
Elven armor, we said 1,500 for that. Right?
It's 1,000 because it's a decorative piece. It's still
Right.
not functional in combat. So yeah, so 1,000.
So then total, I have 3,240 gold pieces for all of them.
Mhm.
Does that sound about right?
More or less, and don't forget you have the gold from the lair and the silver
Yeah,
from
there's
the lair.
also the flat gold. I haven't counted that in because we don't have to sell gold.
Right.
But
But yeah, that sounds about right. And then you have your magic items. So yeah.
yep. So
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I'll grab the Dwarven War Axe whenever you guys get back.
yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Who wants to take this gold?
Let me take a look at what I'm carrying right now for weight.
Just put it in a bag of holding.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, I think we all have one of those at this point.
I never picked one up actually.
Oh.
I don't have a bag of holding.
Okay.
You might have to buy one at some point, or make one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, like I don't know. I seem to have most of the money right now, so it would be nice if we could split that up. Because I'm currently carrying 200 pounds worth of coins.
Okay.
I have like 500 gold, but I have animals instead.
Yeah.
I
have like 6,000 gold.
I have 21,000.
How are you?
Jeez.
I
21,000.
200 pounds of coins.
All right, cool. So we'll say you guys sell everything off, and then you get to forge, and Peter is ecstatic, like completely ecstatic that you've brought even more items for him to work on, and it's much to the chagrin of Wade, who is very depressed that you are here. Also, now that you're back, we could talk about the silver mine as well.
Oh yeah, that's a thing too.
All right, so while you guys are in Wade's office, and I'm just, it's not gonna always be like this box. It's just they've had a lot of downtime, so they are just getting money and loot and all that other good stuff. So you're staying in Wade's office, and he goes over a lot of the logistics of it's taking some time to set up the mind. Um, I mean, it depends on what you want from the vampire lair. I'm pretty sure you guys don't want the pipe organ.
Yeah, yes, discuss how much it is, because I got it a lot more, but I included the static money as well. But then I got too little.
I don't know.
We got around 600 gold from the vampire. I think they sold everything. After they took their pieces, I think around 600 something. But did they take the clot of silver, the dark wood, and the tiara, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, yeah.
So you guys have the pound, the platinum, and the bagpipes, and the lyre, and the dolls, and the die.
So it's 656 gold for those.
Okay.
And this is from the Dragon's Lair, and then plus 656.
Oh Jesus. Okay, we have even more money. Brilliant.
Okay. So let's see. Kilroy. Box.
Yep.
Ow! Ears. Oh, I didn't turn you down. Sorry. Alright, so you have been tasked to find a few individuals that your potential new teacher uh, that your potential teacher wanted you to find. He had explained previously that that in order for him to take on new apprentices, they usually have to prove themselves. And for the first part of your task is to go find these individuals. He describes 5 of them: a dwarven individual, a wood elven woman, a half elf. He doesn't go as far to say idiot, but kinda. He does. And a human individual. So 4 individuals, actually, not 5. My mistake. I can't count today. He says that they should be on the eastern continent. Probably either in Dighton or maybe Leona. And he had told you to maybe, yeah, it's a pretty good way to describe it, actually. To maybe, try to hurry them along, because he has a spell that he's prepared, and he needs them. And you already know the other part of your personal quest that he has asked you to do. We can go into a little more detail later, he says. So you've been wandering around. You've been asking around, hey, have you seen these individuals? And the first place he sent you was to Wingfall, and in actuality, they have been there recently. So you've been kind of following their trail, which has led you to a small town in Dighton called Forge. It is named Forge because there are a lot of smithies here. They actually just started a silver mining operation here. So there's a little more coin, and there is a small population bloom in the city. And when you had entered the town, you had asked a couple people, hey, have you seen these 4 individuals? And immediately, they tell you to go see Peter and Wade, a dragonsmith, recently now dragonsmith, who has a small, his smithy is to the north of town. You can't miss it. It has a very enthusiastic gentleman there named Peter, who maybe is a little too much of a perfectionist for his own good. And they describe the smithy to you. It's a small brick building, typical, dark smoke rising from it. There is now a new freshly painted dragon on his sign, so you can't miss it.
All right.
All right. So you go up to the house, stand in front of it for a few seconds. You look around. Forge, all the lands you've been traveling in have been, for lack of a better term, quaint. You're, well, from where you're from, the cities are a little more extravagant. Almost every road is a cobblestone road. Um, it's just a little more backwater than you're used to. So when you knock on the door, there is a couple voices from inside, conversing, and a middle-aged individual opens the door. He looks a little ragged. There are dark circles under his eyes. His hair is frazzled, and he just looks at you with this kind of disgruntled look as he opens the door and he looks down at this figure.
Is his contempt, from what I can gather, just because of how much he's been working?
Probably how much he's been working, but when he's about to speak, you hear a couple voices from inside, and his eye starts twitching when the voices rise, and there's some talk of money and dragon parts, and there's this very enthusiastic individual in the back shouting about red dragon scales, and the gentleman lets out a very audible sigh. It's like, I'm sorry. Can I help you, young man?
I was wondering, are you Peter the Dragonsmith?
Uh, I am not. I am his business associate, Wade, but Peter is inside. He's a little busy right now. Did you have an order that you wanted to pay for, at least?
No, I'm not dealing with payment. I'm here to see someone who is apparently here.
Oh, okay.
I won't be any trouble if you could just show me in and show me to Peter. I won't interrupt any of his work.
Okay. All right. Sounds. We have a few guests currently, so please step in. Um, and when you step in, he tiredly shows you to the back where there is this balding older man, a little older than Wade, like enthusiastically waving his arms, looking at some very large teeth currently and exclaiming about what he's going to do with them. And you happen upon three other individuals um, with the descriptions that look very similar to what your potential master said they look like. And could you describe yourself, please, to the party?
I am relatively short and slight. I've got hair. Have fairly well-made clothing. Seems slightly travel-worn. Not carrying any noticeable weapons, save a staff that's kind of got a crook in it, like a shepherd's staff. Probably a hat on to fight any kind of rain or the element. But it does not look like I'm somebody who's used to traveling great distances. Yeah.
And yes. So Wade says, "Are these the people you're looking for? Please tell me they're the people you're looking for."
I'll just nod at him and kind of give him a half-hearted smile.
Oh, thank Pelor. Okay. Peter, I'll be in the front. I have to do some I have to do some accounting. I'll be right back with, well, your share, and he points to, he waves at the party. Your share of the profits so far. It isn't much since we just started up, and We're looking for a couple buyers for some of the silver we just mined. Um, but it's something just to start off with. So I'll go get that currently. Um, I'll see you guys later. And he goes wearily to the front. There is a bucket that is kicked off to the side after you hear after he leaves your room. And you, Hwinnil, Ramas, and Kasov, there's a strange individual in front of you, as described, and yeah.
Hi.
Oh jeez.
Hello.
Hello. Did I get their names originally?
Yes, he had told you their names. A Ramas, a Kasov, and a Hwinnil. And Kevmorn, but you don't see a armored human of that description currently.
So the human individual is not present.
He is not present.
I was sent to speak to you and to gather you for an important mission.
Why?
You're needed.
For what?
It is to remedy a situation. Are you familiar with Avalarian?
Ava, who's it?
I don't know.
Do my character know that name? Feels familiar, but I don't remember.
You do. You vaguely. It's been a very long time since you've heard that name. You remembered a particular blue-skinned individual who went through the portal with you guys. Well, with you.
Another. A Valerian? I'm up to help with this. Are the rest of you? And I turn to the rest of the party.
Didn't we have that thing we were gonna do up north?
I think it's connected to it.
Ooh,
Very well.
interesting. Cool.
A Valerian is one of the people that was at the portal that I talked to you about.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I'm down for that. Yes, that's totally fine. My name's Kasov.
My name is Hwinnil.
I'm Kilroy.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
I'm sorry if I was interrupting some business. It seems like you are running this gentleman out of all his funds.
Pretty much.
We are just finishing some arrows here. We were thinking of you taking all these 52s from Calastrayx and mix them to arrow and enchant them as well.
Oh, and Peter says, "Oh yes, of course. I can do that. Actually, I can do that rather quickly if you guys need to leave soon. I think all I have to do is clear my schedule of the rest of the orders, and that you hear a very large groan in the back, like ah." Yes, I will clear my schedule.
You can pay a lot for that. 9,000 it will cost.
Yes, if you want all of them to be enchanted, yes. Yeah, I will get started working right away. I mean, Lord such and such doesn't need his armor, like his ceremonial armor, right? And you hear Wade in the back says, "It was for his 20th anniversary." And it's like, 20th anniversary. He'll have a 40th one in 20 years. It's no big deal. And then you hear the sound of somebody repeatedly banging their head on a desk.
Poor Wade.
Yes.
Wait.
Well, Kilroy, what's going on? How urgent is this?
Fairly urgent.
Okay, guys, then yeah, let's wrap things up here and get going.
Okay.
How long do we have to travel? How far away was it?
I believe we're going to Algor.
Perfect.
Perfect. We were heading that way, so
We were going to be heading that way anyways.
Exactly.
yes. This is
Yeah, we were.
This is actually a bit too convenient. Who sent you, by the way?
Avalarian?
Did Avalir? Did you speak to him?
Well, no, but I
Hmm.
I am an apprentice of his.
How long apprentice?
It doesn't matter.
It actually does matter, kind of.
It does matter.
If I said a long period of time, would that be better or worse?
Well, I think the best is that you're honest.
We don't like people who lie to us. Lots of people do that. They think we won't find out. It's very annoying.
I could understand trickery being an annoying thing to happen to you, but I don't think it is relevant. I would prefer not to answer.
Well, it's kind of relevant as he has only been here for maybe a half a year. Unless you've known him for over 40 years.
That is not the case. Do I look over 40?
Is this Avalarian before he... How old is Avalarian? Never mind, I don't even know how old he was when I met him. I think you need to answer. This is kind of delicate, my relationship to Valerian, that makes it a bit impossible if you know him a long time, unless it's a very long time.
Why is that?
Because of magic.
I'm just taking you to him.
By the way, are you saying that you are an apprentice, but you have never spoken to him?
I didn't say that. I've spoken to him. He's important, and I'm important.
Hwinnil looks really unimpressed by very important. Alright. Important person.
Thank you. Now show me
Where
some
did you-
decorum, and we should leave.
No, I think you answer or we will go and speak with my direwolf outside. He's kinda hungry.
What is decorum?
I'll just like look at. The idiot as soon as possible from the. I don't even remember what it was called. The sticks over there. I gesture behind back to the town, and we should leave. I can't give you a definitive answer on how long I have been training and being the apprentice of Avalarian, but the fact that you're so hesitant to go with somebody who is working for the greatest man to ever live, it says a lot about your character.
Don't presume to know so much. I don't think you know anything about my situation. And I'm not hesitant to the person, I'm hesitant how you know the person and how it will be very convenient as when we are just going to head to Algor, you come and say it's very urgent
It's
to
very
go to Algor.
inconvenient for me that I had to travel here into this podunk in order to get you. So no, there is no convenient. I haven't had a good cup of tea in weeks. I haven't. There is shit on my shoes. Do you understand that nothing here is convenient?
I look at Ramas and the rest of the party. I think he needs to spend more time out in the wild.
Yeah.
Do you come back to?
Who gets annoyed about shit on their shoes?
Hmm.
Do you know what's annoying? It's not shit on your shoes. It's when a big dragon with two heads wants to rip you apart and place you in different places of the room. So when you say inconvenient, I don't really know what you mean when you're referring to your footwear. I think you need to know that you are very unimportant in this.
I think that the people who put themselves in situations where dragons can put them into two parts of the room aren't very smart people to begin with.
So they should leave the dragon to just kill everyone they meet, like destroying whole town, just because it's inconvenient to leave your study room.
I didn't say that, but I didn't say that.
At this point, you hear, "Can, excuse me," and Wade comes out the door. Could you, if you guys are gonna argue, I already have a really, really big headache. And he shoves a small sack of coins. Okay. Take off take off 500 gold, so 8,500, because he was going to pay you for the silver mine profits, your share. It's not much, yeah, so far.
It'll get bigger.
Okay, it compounds, he says. But if you guys can take this outside, please. I have a lot of work to do. Meanwhile, Peter's just looking at you guys as soon as you have said dragon with multiple heads.
All right. Well, go
let's
ahead.
go.
Okay. I'll follow outside.
I'll huff outside.
I'll watch amused from the doorway.
Meanwhile, Kevmorn is out there. He was polishing his armor, and it's like, hey, what's going? Oh, and he kind of just senses the tension between you guys, and he's like, I'm gonna go over here with Ramas.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, I heard there's a poetry around here.
There's a what?
I'll tell you, and he starts going into a story about a rhyming tree.
A poet tree. Nice.
Oh, it's like Cameron's still here. Ramus listens attentively to Kevmorn's story.
It's a wonderful story about a singing awakened tree that rhymes. Trying to kind of ease the tension between, or trying to distract you while Kilroy and Hwinnil and Kasov are currently conversing.
Hwinnil takes 2 deep breaths. Like, all right, let's just keep it simple. Who gave you the mission to go out of your inconvenience and come here? How was the message delivered to you?
Personally,
And who did it? Who delivered the message personally? Was it Valeria?
it was an agent of his.
So a messenger.
It's a little more complicated than that.
Jesus. Please tell me why and how it's complicated, and then explain what you can.
Okay, I was given this mission, and I am supposed to take you there. I don't think I'm supposed to share any other information beyond that.
No, we are walking that direction anyways, and you are just one person, so
We don't
Sort of
really
sus-
need him, do we?
I sort of suspiciously look at him, but I say that well, you are just one person, so
I don't mean to be cagey. This is a test for me, and I don't want to fail it by giving you too much information.
I mean, you may not mean to be cagey, but you sure are being cagey. Also, what's cagey?
Ramas.
It sounds bad, so I said he was it.
Yeah. Good.
right. Well, okay.
We should just. Well, we should decide to do. Should we follow this person, or do we take him to? Or do we take it to someone that can read his mind, so we can get the information? What do you think it's most convenient for us? And I look at the part like ignoring.
I'll be like looking like very
Kilroy.
like concerned at this.
Yep.
Oh my god, no. This might be a failure. I can't do this.
Well, I'd suggest we keep a distance, but keep a watchful eye as we walk. We're heading to Algor anyways, and he is a rather little person.
All right. Well, it's your lucky day then, Kilroy.
Ooh, he's getting lucky. Good, good, good. Luck is good.
Ramas. I'm not even know if you're referring to something now or not.
It's a mystery.
Okay, then
Maybe
it's
I should
agreed.
fix it.
Then it's agreed. We will agree to disagree for the moment and
Yeah.
all walk in the same direction.
I like take 2 steps and turn around. Have you met Tester?
I do not want to meet your wolf.
I
Yeah,
take
or
it as a
met-
no then. That Tester is a person.
Then no.
You will meet my wolf soon enough anyway. And then I like whistle, and then probably the wolf comes running.
Yeah, Grim immediately comes running. There's a rustling in your bag and a little orange head that pokes out. Meow,
Hello there.
meow.
Feeling alright down there?
The cat nods and looks sideways to your new companion, and it looks questioningly up to you. Meow.
He knows someone that's called Valerian. You don't recognize him, I guess. This person.
Meow.
I can't speak to animal.
I know the name.
But I
I
mean, you don't know this person, right?
yeah, he's actually a very famous wizard. I've heard of him. I've haven't actually met him before.
Kilroy. No, I mean this person.
Oh, this person. No, I've never met this individual.
Okay.
Are you just standing there meowing at the cat?
He's yeah, you see this cat, and then you see Winnow like starting to speak to each other in cat.
Does the cat like seem to be actually responding?
Yeah, actually yes. Every time Winnow speaks, the cat responds in kind. You've seen this before. You know that some druids and some casters have the ability to speak with animals. So it's nothing too out of the ordinary. It's just a little weird that there's this longer conversation going on because the thing is that usually when you cast speak with animals, the animal is not very intelligent. This one seems to have a very long conversation with Winnow currently.
Does this work?
it will not work because it is kind of more like beast speech. It's not a language per se.
I'll look very disappointed.
Okay. Yeah, Valerian is anyway one that got with the portal with me, so and he
Okay.
and this person seems to work for him somehow, and that's a bit
Yeah.
disturbing.
Well, I know that he built the wall. All I know about Valerian is he built the wall around what is known as Algor. And in his day, he was a very powerful wizard. Other than that, I don't really know too much about this guy. Algor is a very uh, inclusive place, so not much news gets in, not much news gets out.
Maybe it's the old one he actually. Maybe he doesn't know the young one I stepped through the portal with. I mean, young one, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I mean, I'm not really, I'm not really one that really dabbles in magic that has to do with time. That's way out of my expertise, unfortunately.
Fortunately, it seems to be way out of everyone's expertise.
Yeah. Um. Okay.
But if he built the wall, he's probably at least living now and being all good and things.
Yeah. Box, why not you roll me a percentile? Wow, okay, so all right, so if you want to describe your friend as he comes running, darting, full speed in your direction.
Just a black cat.
Okay. You see this black short hair cat just streak across from the tavern, the singing siren, and just plops himself right next to Kilroy, looking a little annoyed at you. It looks like that there's a little bit of milk clinging to the bottom of his chin. Um, he just gives you this really annoyed, what am I doing here, look? What do you need? Can he actually speak with you telepathically? It's been a while
Yes.
since okay. All right. So the new cat, just quietly sits there, looks up, and telepathically tells you about their conversation.
Do Hwinnil notice the cat?
You noticed the cat as soon as he came running up. This is there near the end of your conversation. Your friend like turns around and kind of hisses a little bit after telling you about like the very short description of Avalarian. So he caught the tail end of the conversation.
Okay, so I turned to Orange Cat and to the other cat and I said, "Are you intelligent as well?" I asked the black cat, like meowing towards Kilroy. The cat answered.
I'll be looking at them like, no, don't.
Meow. The new cat does is go meow. Not really conveying a yes or no, just meow. And the orange cat looks up at you and it's like, and then, hold on, I gotta roll a d20. Oh, okay. And the orange cat's eyes trail to, Kilroy, and he hops out of your bag, Hwinnil,
Yeah, I let him.
and very, just trots up to Kilroy and looks at you. Looks up at you. And there is a very intelligent look that is on this cat's face. And when he looks up at you, it kind of looks like he's looking up at you a little disappointed. If a cat can look a cat can definitely look very disappointed at you. Um, and then all of a sudden, he just smacks your ankle. And
I'll just like yell out, "Hey!" and like jump off like with one leg up that he smacked, and be like,
no claws,
looking at,
but
like,
it was just
very
like.
scared.
And then he'll say meow and looks to your friend, your kitty friend, and trots back to Hwinnil, hops in the bag. Meow.
I think that vicious thing might have drawn blood.
You
What
hear.
was that all about? I asked Orange Cat.
I think they're together, he says.
Together.
Not like that, but like
No, but I mean
friends
magic
or
stuff?
possibly.
What's your name? I say to the black cat. In cat.
In cat. The black cat lazily looks up at you with one eye window and says, "Rumor."
Are you a friend of Kilroy?
Yes, I am his how do you say friend? Friend is a friend is a it's a stretch. Acquaintance maybe?
Is Kilroy a good person?
He feeds me.
Oh, well, that's good at least.
So
he's not a horrible person.
I mean, he has cold feet. Wakes me up at night sometimes. I don't like that.
That sounds annoying.
It's really annoying.
Well, I guess we can talk a bit more later. Everyone seems to be very interested in this conversation right now.
Rumor is actually it looks like he's ignoring you at this point.
I figured as much.
It's like, yeah, that's fine with me. I mean, I'm along for the ride anyway, so it's nice to meet. Well, we'll talk more later. And he just trots back to Kilroy. It's like, we didn't talk about anything. Yeah.
I say in normal speech then. Alright, let's get going. As fast as we are ready with the arrows, I guess.
Okay. It will take about 2 days for the enchanting and the enchanting process and the making process. Luckily, Peter is very willing to work through the night to make what you guys need. He has actually acquired for his because of his partially because of his association with you guys, since you guys Hwinnil saved the town from burning. And saved a child in the town, and also because you've provided a lot of dragon parts. He is kind of calling himself a dragonsmith at this point, so he's acquired a few more apprentices while you guys have been gone, and they're fairly average, but for the arrow making process, quick enough that he can have all the arrows ready for you in 2 days with the enchantments. Once they get the proper enchanter to come by and do his work. It doesn't take too long. So it'll take 2 days. And if there is nothing you guys want to do while here, and you've sewed everything, we can kind of fast track this to where you guys are traveling. Um, so is there a particular way you want to travel north? I know that we have a couple hippogriffs and a direwolf with you guys. Um, you are actually a long way from a port that would take you to Al Gore. You're in Forge, so you are in Dighton, and that is roughly about 500 miles. If you wanted to travel all the way north, or if you wanted to catch a boat, maybe in the closest coastal city would probably be Leland to you guys, which is to the southwest.
Hmm. Yeah, looking at the map, I'm not sure how good I am at reading maps, but thinking about this, I'd rather travel on the land than on the water. I don't know what you guys think.
Same, I think.
I'm really much more comfortable on the land.
Ramas has only taken one sea voyage in his life, and it was not a pleasant one.
Yep. Okay. Good.
Maybe if we would have a keel boat, we could have gone there in style.
Hmm. Jeez.
Win has no preferences. She can fly, she can take boat, or she can teleport.
Yeah, why don't
you could arrange teleportation if you hopped again and arrange teleportation to, well, Nortec is still, I mean, the teleportation surcharge to Nortec would be outside the city, so that may not be damaged. It just depends on how busy Thundrum is currently for scheduled for teleportations.
Okay.
One second. All right, so you guys start walking. You guys can actually purchase horses from this area if need be. Because you guys have 3 riding animals, and you have currently 5 people in your party. So you'd need 2 more.
I have the broom. That's
Oh yeah, the
basic
broom.
combat.
All right, so you have a broom, so you'd probably need 1 more animal. Because
True.
Kilroy, you've been walking this whole time actually.
Yeah. And it was terrible.
So you've told us.
It was almost as bad as the ship across.
Who flies on the second hippogriff? Is that Kevmorn?
Actually, Kilroy could. Kevmorn is kind of heavy with all the armor he's packing, so he'd probably have to get a warhorse, which would be available in this town since it's Let's see, a warhorse, if you guys want to spend the money, would cost you. I went over the page. Backpack. Mounts and vehicles. A warhorse would probably cost you one that would be able to carry Kevmorn. And because you guys saved that kid, probably 350 gold.
I buy one with the party gold to it.
Okay. And you can get one from one of George's associates, the father of the child that you rescued. Okay. So you guys pack up your gear. You have a quiver full of arrows, of nice arrows actually, and whatever you guys need.
I will also speak with the horse to make sure it's a good horse, not a afraid one.
Okay. So you cast speak. It's a it looks like a standard Clydesdale, so it's a gigantic horse. Chestnut brown, has the white little fringes at the near its hooves. Um, looks healthy. Um, uh, looks clean. When you speak with the horse gives you a very strange look because you're actually the first person that speaks to him in horse. And he's like, huh? Yeah? What?
How are you feeling by traveling next to a wolf?
The horse eyes the wolf. You get the sense, nervous? Little bit? Little nervous?
If I tell you it's gonna be alright, will you trust me?
Uh, can be near back?
What did you say?
Can be near in the back, away from Sharp Tooth.
Yeah, I can keep you on. You can keep a distance between you, but he will be close, and he will protect you if something bad happens.
The roll, yeah, roll. Did you roll animal handling for this?
Yes.
Okay.
This is
He looks a little nervous, but he's like, okay.
good. And then I turn to the salesperson and say, "Yeah, I buy this one."
The salesperson looks at you like, okay. That's 350 gold pieces, please. Um, just uh, treat them well, please. um,
I will.
okay. So you guys pack up. Kevmorn packs his stuff up. Wildbeak and Griff uh, do you want them in the air, or do you just want them alongside you, or just gliding at a slow pace? The flyers will outpace the horse, and the wolf, but you can just have them glide, or just be like maybe 50 feet in front of you just to check out what's going on.
Yeah, I will fly on one of them at least on Wildbeak. So I guess I will just be a bit in the front, keeping lookout, like
Okay,
gliding,
all
and
right.
I'm
then
also
probably
riding the
walk some.
hippogriff.
Um,
Is like the beak like bridled or like muzzled?
so you would probably have to. There are handles on the side, so when Winnow brings out, well, first the wolf comes, and you note the first immediate thing you notice about this creature is that it's pretty massive. It's a little bigger than a couple dire wolves that you've read about. Um, and it's huge. So each of the and then he brings out she brings out two hippogriffs. They also have custom armor as well, and they have like little handles on the side for you to grip. They're not really bridled, but there's a saddle you can put on them if you wish, and there are handholds on this what looks to be a good custom armor on the hippogriffs. You notice.
What's stopping the hippogriff from attacking me?
Do you ask me, or do you like try to
I will ask you. I will look at this and be like, what is stopping the hippogriff from attacking me?
He likes
Well,
people.
if you treat it badly, it will attack you.
Okay, but it's a wild animal. You can't trust wild animals.
You can trust animals more than you can trust people.
That's nonsense.
He's right. More people have tried to kill me lately than animals.
Well, I think that's been more your fault than the people's fault. And then I step forward and stroke one of the hippogriffs on the side of its face and say, they're actually fairly calm.
Just be a nice person and you won't get bitten.
I'll look very upset, but I will do so.
Okay. And then you see Ramas take out a broom.
I will look at this like he needs to clean now.
I will mount the broom and shout, "Yip yip," and rise in the air.
Yeah, as soon as he says the command word, he starts hovering off the ground with the broom beneath him.
I'll look at Ramus and Appa and be like, "Can I have that instead?"
No, it's my broom.
I don't mean like permanently. Just can I use that to travel? A broom won't kill you.
How am I gonna travel?
And I point to like the hippogriff and like flinch my arm back after I pointed at it because like I got scared that it's gonna bite it off.
Do you have any armor? I'm just watching it. Did you have any armor?
No, I have no armor.
Wow. Okay. Why don't you use the hippogriff? Is it
I've read
Griff or
about some
Wild Beast?
hippogriffs.
Griff.
Okay. Griff is nice. He won't do anything bad to you.
Wait, his name is Griff?
His name is
Yeah,
Griff.
this is Griff. This is Wild.
Did he name himself or did
And
did
then
the Wild name him?
One of our old
another person that is not here at the moment. And this is Wild Beak, and this is Grim, and I point to the direwolf.
With that, Grim kind of just.
I'll shriek and then try to get a hold of myself.
Well, you can choose to travel on Griff's back or in his claws.
Griff kind of opens his mouth a little bit, like as if he's trying to grin.
Nice.
Like a happy grin or a I'm going to kill you grin?
You can't really tell. So with animals, humans are really the only animals at like a smile is like friendly or submission. If you smile at other animals, that's usually taken as a form of aggression. So you're not really sure. What's also a little more disconcerting is there's a white, as soon as he opens his mouth, there is like a very light whitish mist that forms a little bit around his jaw area.
This is from Grim.
Yep, this is Grim.
I'm gonna get on Griff to get away from Grim.
Griff allows you to mount him. There doesn't seem to be any, he doesn't fight or anything. He just kind of lets you get on him. Yeah, and Grim kind of, you swear you've never heard a dog or a wolf chuckle, but he kind of makes the motions of and just starts trotting kind of towards the front.
I'm gonna look even more deeply concerned.
So as soon as he does that kind of display, Griff bucks up a little bit. Almost, actually, roll a dexterity check for me. Kilroy. All right, you're fine. You managed to hold yourself on the hippogriff. He bucks a little bit. It just kind of startles you, but it's not like he was. It looks like he was trying to adjust himself.
Calm down.
Ah!
I don't like the situation either.
Ah! And he just kind of looks at you.
I mount the wild beacon. Let's get going then, and then I fly up.
Okay.
Okay.
Kasov, I assume you're on Grim since he was the only one that wasn't mounted. Since
Yes.
Kevmorn has the warhorse because he's heavier. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you guys start traveling at a brisk pace. I'm gonna say that you guys, for purposes, I'm gonna say purposes you left in the morning. I'm gonna just see the travel pace of the warhorse because that is the thing that's probably gonna keep you guys from. So 60 feet. Okay. It's probably at more of a breakneck pace. Why are you... Okay. Sorry, there's a cat in the desk. So I will say that... In a day, a horse can go about, you're going on a relatively, you're in Dighton, so you're on a relatively flat road, and at a average pace, I'll say that you guys can travel about 50 miles per day. It's nice weather, so 50 miles per day. So it would take you about, depending on where you wanted to go. Did you want to try, you wanted to try to teleport to Nortec or teleport to a coastal city of some sort?
That's what I figure we could do. Go to Gen and teleport from Gen.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, I thought that was the plan, was to teleport
All right.
again. We can try to get like Ur or Gara.
All right.
But-
Then it'll probably take you like 2 days, 2.5 days to get to Gen.
okay.
So let's see. Okay. The road to Gen is rather uneventful. It is a very well traveled road. A lot of merchants go to Gen to trade. So you see every now and then people going from Gen to another place along the main road. So you guys get to Gen in about 2.5 days of fairly easy travel. There was a little drizzling along the way, but it didn't hinder your progress very much. And when you get to Gen, is the first place, do you want to rest first? Is the first place where you want to go is the teleportation building? What are we feeling here, guys?
I have no opinion anyway.
I'd like to make arrangements at the teleportation.
Okay. So how teleportation works in the on the mainland here is that there is every very large city has a public teleportation circle. It is usually outside the city, just in case somebody wanted to say teleport an army. They could, but they would arrive outside the city, and before the army could reach the city walls, hopefully the guard would be mobilized. Also, they could, if there was such a big group of unscheduled teleportation, the Thundrum, which is the mage guild on the main continents, would be able to stop that with their own defenses. The teleportation circle here is primarily run by the Church of Ayun. And Ayun is the goddess of the goddess of magic and study around here. So it's easy to find a place to pretty much park or stable your animals for a very short time. The build you approach a very nice white marbled Romanesque building with people that come in and out on occasion. A lot of them look like arcane casters of some sort. A few of them look like very wealthy merchants, travelers, adventurers like yourselves. And when you enter the building, there is a very mousy looking young clerk, a gentleman with blonde hair. Clerk robes are very plain, and he's currently looking at what looks like to be a board of slate with times on it. And you see times of Lord Killian to arrive on this day at 12 o'clock. Um, uh, Scribe Sarah Lee to arrive on this day at so and so, and just a list of dates and arrivals. And when you guys approach the desk, he stops what he's doing, and he says, "Oh, hello, my name's Richard. Welcome to the uh, teleportation circle. Is there something I could help you with?"
I'm gonna the big guns immediately and name drop.
Okay.
Avalarian has us for an important meeting. We need to return to Algor as soon as possible. Is there anything that you can cancel in order for us to be teleported?
He blinks very owlishly at you.
The Avalarian.
Uh, uh, um, hold on. I'm afraid that name doesn't ring a bell, sir. I'm very sorry.
I'm gonna look so heartbroken, and like I'm done for like a little while. I'm not talking.
I is this Avalarian the famous bard that I'm supposed to know?
You mistyping something? No, I heard you now, I think.
Sorry, my computer decided to freeze.
No worries.
It like I heard David laugh, and then nothing happened. I'm like, crap, my computer's frozen. Sorry. Yeah, the clerk says, and I'll start from it there. The clerk says, I'm sorry, I don't know this Avalarian. He sounds like a great bard of sorts, I suppose.
I'll look even more heartbroken.
But I can see what we have in our schedule if you need to go to a city immediately. You said you needed to get to Algor, and unfortunately, we don't have access to the teleportation circle in Algor, because of the restrictions there. However, if you do need to get to there, I suppose we could teleport you to Nortec. Unfortunately they had suffered a earthquake recently, so it's a little hectic. But I can probably schedule you. And he looks through a ledger. Um, I could probably get you in about maybe 2 days to Nortec. Their circle is still working, fortunately. And that would cost. Uh, it's a little chaotic there right now. I apologize because of the some of the rebuilding efforts. We've been having a lot of supplies donated to the rebuilding effort. So a lot of the teleportation that's going there right now is part of that. So those are kind of more priority. So let's see. So for how many of you will be going? I see five of you.
And some animals. Two
Okay.
hippogriffs, a direwolf, and a horse.
All right. So let's see. Two hippogriffs, a direwolf, a horse, 5 people. The materials will cost that much. 10. You might have to make 2 trips, because you have quite a large party, and we have to the sigil is only about it's about a 10 it's like a 10 5 foot radius, 10 foot diameter. So 2 trips, you are looking at about, plus priority, you are looking for about, with those 2 trips, 120 gold pieces for bringing all of you. And I can schedule that in 2 days.
Is there any way to get it faster?
Let's see. Scribe Sarah, Lord Killjoy. I can expedite the process, possibly. If you guys don't mind arriving, I don't have too many bookings between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. So I can I could actually get you a spot at 2 a.m. if you feel like waking up or staying up that late, for about the same cost.
It's no problem for me. What did the rest say?
Not for me.
I'll just groan and just kick the ground. Haven't heard of Alvarian.
Let's take that at 2 a.m.
All right,
Okay.
2 a.m. Sounds good. So 2 trips, 160 gold, because it's 50 gold for the teleportation plus the time, so time and cost for the Thunder Mages. So yes, 120 gold for the lot of you.
How much did you say that you wanted in total?
That's 120 in total. Like for the 2
Oh.
trips with you guys and the animals as well, because
Okay.
the circle is small-ish.
Yeah, it's no problem.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. We will see you at 2 a.m. You guys arrived probably 2.5 days, so about you started in the morning, so about mid-afternoon. So you guys are here at probably 3 p.m. currently in our wonderful city. Okay, sounds good. We will see you here at 2 a.m. Catherine should be the one to assist you. I am off shift around then. Please enjoy again, and we will see you soon. Thank you very much. And he scribbles down your names, the number of animals you have, and so, is there anything I can help you with in the meantime? Do you need any? Do you have any questions about our fair city?
I'm all right.
All right, sounds good. We'll see you at 2 a.m. Thank you very much for your patronage. And he goes back to the schedule and just writing in, a couple new times.
Yes, Hwinnil at least, I guess rest as well. I want to find somewhere to spend half the night, and I want to have somewhere where I can clean up, take a bath, and so.
Okay. So you did stay prior at the Golden Apple Inn in the district of Avandra. That is still open to you. Unless you want to stay somewhere else. That you are familiar with that place because you had to drop off your dragon parts to be preserved.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we can stay there.
Okay. So your new associates, Killjoy, lead you into the city. It is a large city, not as large as where you're from, but decent. Uh, Hearing bits and pieces, you realize that the city of Gen is actually roll a history check. I want to see what you may know about Gen. How much your books may have told you.
I know everything. Oh, I always know everything.
It's a city. It's
It's a shithole.
it's a shithole. It's large. It's a large shithole. And every so often, as you pass, you notice that the city seems to be divided into sections. Um, you go past a section where most of the colors of the city seem to be darker, like grays and blues and blacks. And then you go through another portion of the city, just outside outside the city walls. There's lots of greenery. A lot of people wear kind of greens and browns. You go inside the city, there's more blues and blacks. Past that section, there's more like a platinum and blue, and then you get to a portion of the city where it's a little more festive than the others. This place is built with golds and pale yellows. A very kind of happy atmosphere. And you do see each section you go through of the city that there are religious symbols, religious statues, practically everywhere. You do recognize one of the symbols you're familiar with, a deity called Erathis. Her symbol is kind of is a scale from where you're from. But you see there is not one of it's not one of the portions of the city that you actually go through, but you see it off to the side. There seems to be a section of the city dedicated to the goddess of civilization. Um, but the other symbols, you can't really recall what they are of. But you see a ton of statues.
Okay.
You get to the Golden Apple Inn. It is a very lovely inn, um, made from stone, I believe. And when you get in there, there is an older woman. You actually recognize her. She is Olivia, the innkeeper that you had dealt with prior. And as soon as you guys walk in, especially Hwinnil, Ramas, and Kasov, Kevmorn following behind, has been very quiet this whole time, surprisingly. Um, you walk into the inn, and she's like, "Hi, can I? Oh, I recognize you folks. Well, not the shorter one. Kind of motioning to Kilroy. But you were here not too long ago. Hwinnil and Ramus, right?
That's correct.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's very nice to see you again, young man. Um, would you like some mints? And she kind of hands a basket of mints over to Ramus, the peppermint kind.
Oh, sure.
Uh,
Thank you.
Lovely. Will you be staying for long in the city again?
No, we actually teleporting tonight, but we want somewhere to stay until then.
Okay.
I want a bath.
Okay. Well, half a day for the lot of you and the stable animals. Last time was 65 a day, so since you're only staying half the night with your animals, are there any? Hmm. She pauses just for a second, and then says, "Okay." Yeah, you hear that.
Like Winnie glints a bit towards Kilroy. A special room for Kilroy.
Yes. All right. So we are looking at 28 gold pieces. Just for half the day.
I give her that.
No problem. Will you be needing any food while you rest?
Yes, we should prepare a meal for everyone.
All
I'm
right.
gonna take some blueberry wine.
Yes, we still have the blueberry wine. And I can give you rooms. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 is not available currently, but we can give you 8, 8, 10, 11, and 12. Will anybody be sharing a room? Or are we all doing separate rooms?
I would like a separate room.
Okay. So that will
You all
be
take separate rooms.
okay. All separate rooms. All right, sounds good. With meals, playing premium. Okay. So today's special. We actually have a treat today. We have a full roasted pig. It was a special occasion, and we still have a lot of it left over. I think that will go well with the blueberry wine. Um, let's see. Will you need extra bottles? And she kind of motions to Kevmorn. He drank a lot last time. We had to replace quite a few of our liquor stores because he no? Okay. Okay.
I don't
So
know.
he's like, just give me 2 bottles, he says. I'm just like, all right. So I will have food and wine brought to your rooms. Um, if you need anything, again, my name is Olivia, and she motions to Kilroy. We also have Selena is still working, and Gnathar, our elven bartender, is working as well today. So very familiar faces. Well, you have a lovely stay. She gives you your keys. On 13, sorry. So 5 people, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 for rooms. All right. So floor
Thank
up
you.
above. All right. Let me know if you need anything. It's nice seeing you again.
Nice seeing you too. Thank you for the mint.
Please help yourself. Take more if you want for later. And she goes back to doing a couple administrative tasks. Kevmorn says, "All right, I'm gonna get out of this armor and go take a bath. I'll see you guys later."
Sure.
Yeah. Later.
Cool.
All right. All right. So he goes off. Hwinnil, I assume you're going to go to your room and take a bath since this is what you wanted.
Yeah.
All right. Kasov, what did you want to do?
Gonna have some food and some wine, and then relax in my room for a little while reading.
Okay. Ramas?
I'm gonna bathe and eat, and then go bug the local treasure hunters a bit.
Okay, sounds good. And Kilroy, was there anything you wanted to do in particular?
I was going to decline the food, but I was going to take 2 bottles of wine up to my room and magically clean myself.
Okay, sounds good. So you guys rest in your rooms. Ramus, you wanted to talk to the local treasure hunters. Okay, so the treasure hunters in this area of Gen.
Clearly, he doesn't need to eat at all, and therefore he's some sort of monster.
I wonder what kind of loot he drops.
Ooh, good question.
Jeez, nice.
Wait, I actually would get some food, like a fish if they have it.
They have a nice roasted trout with lemon and garlic.
Yep, that's what Rumor's going to have for dinner.
Okay, he will. They will bring that up to you. 1 second. I'll be right back. I swear, every time I get up and leave, it's because of the cat. Ugh.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. All right, so you guys rest. Ramus. The treasure hunters here are in the district of Avandra, actually. There is a very large building associated with a brick building that the locals can tell you where it is. So, and it doesn't take too long for you to find it. It's rather easy to find.
Okay. Mostly, I just want to ask them about the Silver Breeze.
Okay.
Poke around and see if I can find anything new out. Last thing I heard was that he tried to steal some stuff in Rebirth from a warlord there.
Yes.
That's all I've been able to find out besides what one hand already knew.
Okay. Okay. There is one individual. You ask, you show that you're part of the organization, and you ask if there's any information on the Silver Breeze character, and there is one person they point you to. There is a very old elven male. His name is Agni. He's been with the treasure hunters for almost as long as they have existed. So he is a very old individual indeed. He is about probably 552, give or take a couple of years.
Damn.
Yeah, a lot elves lived to about 750, I believe, in this version of D&D.
Yeah, something like that.
He is a very he has very fine features. He is high elven, and so he's gone totally silver in his age, with these like really pale blue eyes. And he's dressed in just very simple clothing, just leather breeches and a linen shirt. And he has these thin spectacles, and the treasure hunter establishment here is a little more like a labyrinth. It's much bigger because it's a main headquarters, and you find this gentleman kind of where you would find where the fence sits in the treasure hunters guild. He's just surrounded by what some people would call junk. There's just rows and rows of little statuettes and instruments and gems of all sorts of quality. Some are cracked, some are looks pristine. Um, and when you approach him, he looks up from a very faded book that he's reading, and he says, "Oh, hello, young one. Is there something I can help you with?"
Hi. Some people told me that you knew stuff about the Silver Breeze.
I do dip into lore from time to time, and the stories of old thieves. So yes, I do know a couple things about this individual. Was there anything in particular that you wanted to know?
Oh shit! I forgot to push the talk. What happened to him? Um, he seems to have just kind of vanished.
He existed some years ago. I I personally, these are all stories that I've heard. Some people think he disappeared because he tried to steal something from, let's say, a celestial deity of sorts. The name of the deity sounds like it's been lost through time. Some people think it was Avandra. Some people think it was Pelor. Some people even think that the deity wasn't even celestial. That he tried to steal an item from the terrible general himself, Bane. But the story is that he, as some of you, um, some people would say, thought a little too highly of himself, and when the when he tried to steal, he tried to up the ante, as the humans would say, and tried to steal things of more and more value from more and more important individuals. Um, that's the story. That's of why he disappeared. They say he got caught, and really bad things happened to him, so to speak.
Does that have anything to do with a certain warlord in Robur?
The warlord in Robur, and I know the rumor that you may have heard. It is the last place that he was heard to travel. Um, how familiar are you with the warlords of Robur, actually?
Should I roll history for this?
Yeah, just
or-
roll a quick history for this.
Not at all.
Okay, so currently the nation of Robur is ruled by three warlords. Coincidentally, they are well, they are triplets, identical triplets. Um, there is Asun the Wise, Altun the Brave, I believe, and the third name always escapes me. Asuk. Yeah. He's yeah,
I told you, he's an idiot.
literally.
I rolled a 3.
How does that happen?
He rode yeah.
That means you've rolled 4 ones.
Yep.
Well, two ones and one two, I assume.
No, it was 4-1.
Oh, it's four ones. Okay. Um. So their great ancestor, he was an individual named Rafi. Um, and it was said that Rafi. Do you know? So the tradition in Robur is usually the oldest son receives the honor to become warlord. And Rafi was a different case because he slew the previous warlord and obtained his position. Now, that sounds all well and good, but the problem is there are rumors that Rafi was not human. Um, they think he was a more than human. There are rumors that he might have been a. Do you know what an Asamir is?
Out of character, yes.
Yeah. Okay. In character, um, you may have probably not. You may have not heard. But he'll explain that a Asamir to Ramas is a individual with celestial blood, as opposed to like tieflings who have like a demonic, devilish heritage. Asamirs are the other side of the coin. They are humans with celestial blood running through them. So it was rumored that Rafi was a Asamir, um, who worked very closely with a deity to get the position that he obtained. Um, I believe, and this is just an old man spouting tales to a younger generation, that Rafi was actually was not actually a Asamir. I think he was a minor deity in disguise, and he takes out a notebook, um, and he says, I've done a little research on the Silver Breeze because, like I said, I like to hear the tales of old thieves. And the reason I think that Arafi was actually a minor deity, perhaps, was that some of the descriptions of Arafi don't really fit in Asamir. They're more extravagant. They paint Arafi in a very, like, holy light of sorts. Um, and he had abilities very similar to what the paladins around here could do, but on a greater scale. Um, a much greater scale. There are even tales of him parting the sands of the glass desert so that his army could see better. And there are tales that he had actually been involved in rituals that would blot out the sun. There are a lot of tales like that. And what I believe is the Silver Breeze tried to steal something from Arafi and got caught doing so.
I see.
But I'm an old man, and that's just my theory. Um,
Can I make a copy of your notes?
of course. Let's
I've
see.
got my own research going here. I'd like to copy what you have down into what I have.
I will be more than happy to. I've always loved to share the knowledge of what I know of the old thieves to the new younger generation. So he allows to he gives you his notes, and I'll get you a copy of those notes in like a day or so. So notes of Agni. And it looks like he's done a ton of research. If you flip through the other pages, there are other notes on other famous thieves, like the more recent Magpie, who, not the Magpie, it's the, where is it? It's the Blue Jay, um, and some other renowned thieves. But there is quite a bit on the Silver Breeze. But yeah, that's what I believe happened. I believe he just tried to steal something from a minor deity, and he got caught, and that's the last that was heard of him.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you don't mind me asking, why are you interested in this?
A friend of mine is looking into it. I told her I'd help.
And then, if I may be so bold, if you're actually looking for the last whereabouts of the Silver Breeze, your best bet. So usually many people travel through Robur, and their first stop is the capital city of Fort Granite. And usually people start looking there. I wouldn't. I think if you are very serious about helping your friend, and maybe possibly further the knowledge of what may have happened to this great thief, you should start in a town called Dragonreach. It is to the north of Robur. And the reason I say that is because there are a lot of rumors of strange happenings there. Strange happenings that can't be explained. And I'm not saying undead necromancy or undead activity, just strange miraculous things that have happened. I would start there, personally. But if you have the time, checking both places, Fort Granite and Dragonreach, wouldn't be a bad idea.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I buy you a drink before I have to go? My friends and I are teleporting out in a few hours. But can I buy you a drink first?
Yeah, That's very kind of you. Of course. All right, I won't turn down a drink from a fellow guild member, especially one that seems to share my interest.
All right. Let's go get him a drink.
All right. Um, he suggests a little dive bar, not at the Golden Apple, but it's a place called the Serpent's Den. Um, he tells you that it's a place that more people like ourselves, he says, hang out. And it's a place that he feels a little more comfortable in because he feels like he's a little among his own kind. But yeah, you two go off to drink and have a light conversation. And okay. So back at the inn, Kilroy, you just had your meal and bath. Kasov, you're just lounging in your room. Um,
Mhm.
and Kasov, there is a knock on your door.
Okay, I walk over and open the door.
All right. When you walk over and open the door, there is a halfling, a female halfling, dressed in simple clothes of like a light beige shirt and just black pants, and she has a leather uh, messenger bag on her side, and she says, "Excuse me, are you a Kasov?"
Yes, that's me.
Okay. Um, I have a parcel for you. And she takes out a small box wrapped in like a brown paper bag like substance. And she hands it to you. On the box, it says to Kasov from Ixen.
Okay, I take the box and do I recognize the halfling?
You do not. You do not recognize the halfling.
Okay, I take the box and I reach into. I also ask, do you work as a messenger?
I work as not as this individual's messenger, but I deliver messages throughout the countries and so.
Okay. Hold on a minute, and I reach into my pouch and give her uh, 2 silver pieces.
Okay. She takes it. All right. Thank you very much, sir. You have a nice day.
Thank you. You too. And I close the door and try to open the parcel.
All right. It comes apart easily enough. It's just tied with a simple use like a little hemp string. You untie the package. The package unfurls, and inside is a letter. And the letter says, "Dear Kasov, I am writing to you because I kind of got the inkling that you may be going, or your friends might be going back home soon. If not, you might want to tell them to step on it. I've been getting a couple messages from associates that things are, let's just say, and this is how it's written, and there are a lot of words that are crossed out. You think you smell some like, and you see like stains of alcohol on it that have dried up, um, and it smells like you take the piece of paper out, it smells like whiskey. It's like things are happening, and it would be great if um, once everything is done, that you come back to Tedum as soon as possible. I have a couple tasks for you that I would like to complete. Anyways, enjoy the gift, and I hope to see you very soon. So, um, inside the inside the parcel is a scroll tube.
Okay.
It's made of
I
leather.
open it.
Okay.
I try to open that and look inside.
All right. It opens easy enough, And in the scroll tube, you see it is a scroll of, and let me get the list right here. It is a scroll of Raised Dead.
Interesting. Okay.
And there's a little note inside, just a little piece of paper that says, I hope you don't need this anytime soon.
Okay, good. Very cool.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that'll be useful. Nice. I hope I don't need to use it either. That's true. Okay, so I put it back into the scroll case and put the letter in with the scroll too.
Okay.
Just put it in my bag.
Okay. And Kilroy. So you are, you're relaxing. You know, Rumor is eating his fish, and I just need to look up something. 1 second. Okay. There is a slight ring that you start to hear, Kilroy, and a few seconds later you hear a voice in your head. Just roll a Arcana check for me if you could. Okay.
Yep, that's roll 20.
Yep. So immediately you recognize that this is the starting of the spell, the sending spell. And the message goes, and you know that you can respond in kind, in 25 words or less to a creature that you know. There's a voice in your head that says, "Hi there, Kilroy." Killjoy. Sorry. Hi there, Kilroy. Hi there, Kilroy. What is your status? How are things progressing? When will you arrive in Algor? And you recognize the voice as one of your associates that had put you on this task, or helped get this task going.
I'll be like, task in progress. Things going steady but not smoothly. Trying to the name of the city.
Oh, again? Okay.
Nortec?
Oh yeah, to Nortec. Okay. Yes, Nortec.
Teleporting to Nortec shortly.
Alright. There is one more message that's sent. And it says, "Excellent. When you reach Nortec, you should go to," and I need to get the map up. God damn it, computer. There we go. Head to Lore. The flying Ifrit will be waiting for you. And you know what the flying Ifrit is. You've heard of it. It's occasionally a airship that docks in Algor.
All right.
And at that point, you don't hear anything else.
And I know that there would be no more responses, correct?
Yes, there would be no more responsive. Your cat kind of rumor looks at you like, meow.
I'll look at his fish, kind of like gag a little bit, and continue eating my berries.
Okay, sounds good. All right. I'm gonna just cut this short. Today. Well, we'll end for today. Um, thanks, Box, for coming. I hope you come again. Please don't disappear on me. Um, yeah, I know it's
Yep.
just a lot of role playing. I know I'm kind of railroading you guys right now. Um,
Mhm.
it's just been a really long time. I just wanted to get established about where you guys are going, and then I'll be able to plan the next part accordingly. Or not accordingly, if you guys decide to plant the bean and summon
Yeah.
the pyramid, or
Do
something of that
something.
nature.
Do something that messes with your plans. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, or save an orphan from the other continent or something. I don't know. It happens. Things happen.
Hmm.
Um,
They certainly,
hmm?
they certainly do.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd also like to get Kevmorn and Hwinnil back for the next part. Yeah, I know he had to leave early. But that's no big deal. Um, so I will see everybody in 2 weeks. That is the 28th of January.
Sounds
Um,
good to me.
yeah. Box, will you be able to join us that day?
Yeah, I should be able to join you.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Great.
All right.
Thanks for the session. I had a great time.
Yeah.
Hope everybody doesn't hate Killjoy.
That's his new nickname, Killjoy.
Absolutely.
Yep, this is good. This is very good.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for joining. Yeah, and I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna turn off the recording right now.